Welcome to another tutorial from Burton's Media Group. This is Dr. Brian Burton. In this tutorial, we're going to create a character with Adobe Fuse, export the Fuse character, add the animations in Mixamo. Then we're going to convert the Mixamo FBX that is created to a GLTF, and then we'll import that GLTF file into the Babylon sandbox. Fuse is available from Adobe. If you're Adobe Creative Cloud member, you can currently download it for free. It's been in beta for a couple of years now. Haven't seen very many changes, but it also seems very stable. So with Fuse open, you can quickly create a basic character, a variety of different formats. I'm going to go with a toon character. So we'll select the toon head, toon body. There we go. A little more appropriate there. And we can easily customize the character, adjust the arms, the face. You want an angry character, you can easily adjust that. Let's make our character real happy. There we go. Do all kinds of adjustments. You can adjust the head, give them high cheekbones or low cheekbones, adjust the chin, whatever you need to do. That allows you to quickly and easily create a variety of different characters that can be used inside your settings. Let's put more than bikini on the character, so 3/4 sleeves looks nice. Nice flared mini skirt works really well with animations. Let's put some shoes on. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of shoes to select from, so we'll just simply go with some simple canvas or flats. And then you can also adjust the textures of the character so that you can put your own clothing on the character, make it different styles or textures so each one looks a little different. That allows you to have a variety of different clothing available. There's also quite a few tutorials on YouTube on how to adjust clothing for Adobe Fuse, so if you want something specific, you can easily do that. Okay, so I've got a basic character here that will be fine for what I need to do. We can also adjust the hair or give a hat. I think I'm going to go with slightly longer hair, and that'll work for what we're doing right now. We need to export this. We're going to export the model as an OBJ. We're going to include in that and export it to a new folder. We're going to include the triangulated mesh. We'll remove any occult polygons, and we want to pack the textures and the UVs as part of it. That is a critical step if you want to simplify the import process into Mixmo and your Babylon project later on. So we'll click OK and save this to my desktop. We'll let it export, and now we're done with Fuse. So I'll go ahead and close Fuse. You can save the file if you want to. And here's my folder with the Toon Girl information and files, including all the materials and texture files. To use with Mixamo, you need to zip this. So send to a compressed folder, and now I've got the zip file on there as well. So let's move over to Mixamo. Mixamo is a website owned by Adobe. When you first go to Mixamo, mixamo.com, you will need to log in. If you have an Adobe account, you can log in with that. Once you log in, you can load the Mixamo site, and then we can upload our character. Click on the upload, and it will allow you to then easily upload your character, FBX, OBJ, or zip file to this. That's one of the reasons why we did save this as a zip file, so that we can import the whole thing to Mixamo. So just drag the zip file over and it'll load the character in. It'll process the character. That can take a couple of minutes to do. And here we get our character. It'll load the textures in, and we can go ahead and then set the animation points with the auto rigger. So set the chin, set the wrists, elbows, knees, and then the groin area. Okay, now this is building it with a standard skeleton. You could also do it with more to include fingers. That's fine. The standard skeleton is not the same as what you might be used to using with a humanoid rig from Maya or 3ds Max or Blender. So the standard skeleton is a little bit more simplified. It will limit you to using the Mixamo animations for your character. So auto rig, that'll take up to 2 minutes to do. So just be patient. And once it's auto-rigged, you'll have a sample of the rigging. If you need to make any adjustments to that rigging, just click the back button and you'll be set to go. So now we have our character in there. We can load it into the sample area and then be able to apply a number of animations to it. It has a nice search tool available to it. Generally, the blue characters are for male animations, the red ones are for female animations, but they are mostly interchangeable. Let's apply a basic walk to our character. You may need to zoom out a little bit so you can see the full sequence. And so there we have a basic walk sequence for our character. There's lots of different dance sequences as well. One of my favorite is to apply the chicken dance to the character. That really shows off what is possible with the animation. Of course, you got various adjustments that you can make: overdrive, character arm spacing, trimming, so that you get your proper frames per second for the environment. Once you're happy with the animation, and you can select more than one animation, but generally one animation at a time is the easiest way to do it. So click on the download. For format, I suggest that you select FBX for Unity. Make sure you include with the skin. Frames per second in Babylon.JS, the frames per second is 60 frames per second for most animations. So we'll go ahead and change that to 60 and then click on download, and in just a few moments you'll have your file downloading and ready to use. So the next step is to convert it to a 3D model. The download size on this was 9.5 megabytes. So pulling the Toon Girl Chicken Dance FBX out of my download file, I've now got it on my desktop. I'm going to go to a different website called blackthread.io and go to the GLTF Converter, blackthread.io/GLTF-converter. This utilizes JavaScript to do conversion. First time through, I tried to use Blender, just pulling the FBX in and then doing a save as to GLTF. That didn't work very well. So I then found this resource, which is, as I said, blackthread.io. This is a free tool. All the files stay on your computer. That makes a nice secure type environment. Lighting is a little bit strange, but that's not what actually comes out for your file. There's obviously been some additional features added to this for it. I recommend you go ahead and export it as a GLB for the format instead of GLTF. GLTF separates the materials, the animations, and the mesh, whereas the GLB has it all in one binary file, so it makes life a little bit easier. So just click on the export. That'll save it to your download folder, and now we're ready to try it in the sandbox. So taking my GLB file, probably going to eventually put that on my desktop, but for now I'm just going to drag it over to the sandbox, and this is sandbox.BabylonJS.com, and here we can see that the character does smoothly come in, and we've got the animation. So if it works in the sandbox, it'll work with the editor. I have successfully imported it into the editor, as well as use it inside of just straight JavaScript, loading models and meshes and animations in that format. So that's the basic workflow for doing something like this. If you're interested in more tutorials, make sure you subscribe and like the video. If there's something specific you'd like to see in relation to development for Babylon.JS, Lumberyard, Corona SDK, or any of the other resources that I've been publishing, please let me know in the comments.